I'm here with Bishop FC manager Chris Hardy after 4-1 defeat Newton Aycliffe. What are your thoughts on the game, Chris?
I think Newton Aycliffe were worthy winners. It was a disappointing evening, albeit we made a lot of changes. There's still no real reason for a substandard performance like that this evening. Very, very disappointing. Disappointing in terms of our approach, disappointing in terms of individual performances. The list just goes on and on and on. It was a difficult evening for lots of different reasons. But as I say, if you're not going to get the basics right, then you've got no chance of get anything from that type of fixture.
Obviously, 9 changes from Saturday. Is it just a case of trying to get minutes into lads who maybe come back from injury? You got about 45 minutes. 2 lads from South Shields got the full 90, and Charlie, Dean and a couple of others got the full 90 on their legs after getting maybe 10-15 minute cameos in the past few months.
Yeah, and like you said, I think people from afar looking at it, will say that that's exactly what we've done. But the reality is that if you're putting on a Bishop shirt, regardless of changes, then I'm expecting better than what I've seen this evening. It just didn't have the quality that was required. It didn't have the game savvy that was required. We didn't look like winning the game at any point during the fixture, which again is very, very disappointing because as a rule we score goals for fun. We certainly didn't do that this evening. The gaps between forward line and midfield and defence were massive. It was a very disjointed performance. One to forget really, like you say, want to get a line on drawn underneath. Like you say, we've got some game time into certain people, but we'll take no positives away from that.
Obviously, us being now at the Challenge Cup plays us 2 competitions to fight on now. Is it now a fact of just focusing both primarily on them with the Vars now upcoming on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's about focusing on winning games of football, and if we approach games of football in that manner, if we perform to that level, then we won't do anything from the point of view of pushing for honours, whether it be cup or league. So clearly, like you say, we need to identify the shortfalls this evening. We need to make sure that we do all we can to stay away from them going forward. Otherwise, like I say, there'll be more disappointing days and evenings.
Obviously now Blythetown Saturday, an opponent with a lot of players from Ashton last year. Is it going to be a fact of they'll probably have a bit of a thing from wanting to beat us off that bit of rivalry last season with Ashton, but overall just a team that we've never really faced before?
Yeah, they're a little bit of an unknown. I think both teams obviously they'll fancy progressing from the fixture. It's a difficult one for ourselves to go up there and, like you say, play on different turf, but equally it's a difficult one for them as well because we are top of the pack. We have been prior to this evening doing really well in terms of our approach, performances and outcomes. So yeah, like you say, it's a game that they'll fancy themselves, a game that we fancy ourselves. We've just got to make sure that, like you say, the lessons that we learn from this evening are evident on Saturday, so we don't have any, repeat of what we've just seen there tonight.
Right, cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.